Hey guys, Barton Hick here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of my $275 custom mechanical keyboard. Stay tuned. So I've had this keyboard for about 3 months now, so I thought that it was about time to do a review on it and give you guys some feedback on my experiences I've had and an overview of the different parts that went into this build. So first up, the case and the PCB came from a combo kit. It was the GK61 kit. It has a hot swappable PCB that supports 5-pin switches, and it's a real aluminum case. Then, as far as switch choice goes, I went with the ZLPC Tealios V2 67-gram linear switches. And then for the keycaps, they're just like some cheap Amazon PBT caps. I got one white set and then one orange set, and then picked out the ones I wanted for the board. And as far as the stabilizers are concerned, they're genuine cherry stabilizers that have been both clipped and lubed. And the stabilizers were lubed with dielectric grease, and the switches themselves were lubed with Krytox 205 grade 0. One of the reasons that I picked the GK61 aluminum kit is because, one, it was the cheapest way to get an aluminum case, which I really wanted. I felt if I was going to upgrade from a regular gaming keyboard to a custom keyboard, that aluminum case would really enhance the whole build quality and the typing experience too, because this thing never moves. I mean, you could kill somebody with this thing. It weighs a ton. And also, the board supports 5-pin switches. So, usually, not usually, but a lot of Gateron and Cherry switches, they have a locating pin in the center and then the 2 actual electrical contacts. But the ZLPC switches additionally have a pin on either side of the middle pin. And a lot of hot swap boards like the Glorious GMMK and the Drop series of keyboards, Enter, Control, whatever, they only support 3-pin switches, so you have to clip the pins off every single switch, and I didn't really want to do that, so that's another reason why I went through with this kit. And the kit was $100 for both the PCB and the case, and it came with stabilizers, but I didn't end up using those. One of the big reasons I went with a hot swap board is, despite the fact that I do know how to solder just from classes in school, I didn't want to invest in all the equipment necessary because, while I did enjoy building this board, it's not something I plan to do all the time. So I didn't think it would be worth the equipment investment, so that's why I went with a hot swap board. And once again, the price, $100 for an aluminum case, and the PCB is really good. And then as far as switches are concerned, I heard great things about the ZLPC Tealios V2s. I think Random Frank P might have done a build with them. I know Optimum Tech put them in his keyboard and he said great things about them, and I was not at all disappointed. These things were very smooth out of the box, and after putting the Krytox lube on them, they were even better, and they're just amazing. There's no scratchiness, no nothing, smooth travel all the way down, very, very satisfying press. And the 67-gram weight helps add a little bit more of a sense of feeling of smoothness and quality versus something like Reds, which are only 45 grams. So those are really nice. And then I decided to go with Cherry stabilizers instead of the stock stabilizers because I heard that the Cherry ones fit super snugly, and so they cut down on the rattle a lot. And that was definitely true for all except the space bar. I think there's a slight fitment issue with the space bar, so sometimes you can get a little bit of rattle. I might take it apart again and add some more dielectric grease, but honestly, I'm still super satisfied with it. And then as far as keycaps are concerned, I really wanted to, do this specific colorway where the modifiers were all orange and then the alphas were all white. And I didn't see any keycap set that really matched this. I went with this specifically because my laptop is white and then I have an orange U of I sticker on it, and same thing with my desktop PC. And this really goes along with both of those. But that's why I decided to go with those, because there wasn't any other pre-made keycap set that really fit the aesthetic I was going for. Alright, it's about time for a typing test, so that's what I'm going to give you guys right now. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage from before these switches were lubed, but honestly, if you're getting into switches this expensive, then you're probably going to lube them anyways. So. Now, one question a lot of you watching this video might be asking yourselves is why I would spend so much more money than, some keyboard from Logitech or Corsair on something like this. Well, I think the response is really simple. Keyboards are something that at least I and most people use every day of their life. And so enhancing the experience, I think really pays off in the long run, and really dialing in and putting together a keyboard that feels exactly the way that you want it to is not only satisfying, but it can just enhance not only your typing speed and your workflow, but just the general experience of using your PC, because this is one of the main ways that we interact with our PCs. People are willing to spend thousands of dollars on their PC and hundreds of dollars on their monitors, but then if they buy cheap, crappy gaming keyboards, that's really going to bring the experience down for them, in my opinion. And also it's really satisfying just to put everything together and see what you can do and have something unique that no one else has. That's why we build our own gaming PCs, Part of it is to save a little bit of money, but also part of it is to learn along the way and to have fun in the process. And I can definitely say that I had a lot of fun putting this keyboard together. So as far as this is concerned, this is pretty close to an endgame keyboard for me. I love the 60% form factor. The switches are fantastic. Really, the only thing I would change is maybe I would get more expensive keycaps down the line, invest in like one of those expensive GMK sets or something, but honestly, I'm extremely satisfied with this, and I highly recommend that if you have the money and the time, because it does take time, the switches themselves take like 3.5 hours to lube, but if you can put time and effort into doing that, I think it definitely pays off in the end. So that's it for this video. I'll try to put links in the description below to all the different parts, but of course I encourage you to build your own keyboard, because that's the whole point of making a custom keyboard. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. I stream during the weekdays and I post a review every weekend. This is Barton Hick, signing out.